Hello, everybody.
Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Connie,
I'm Melina.
and we are Count Twice, Stitch Once. We are here after a long hiatus because I was traveling around. Melina was holding down the fort.
I was home being boring.
I was having fun traveling all around the world. Well, all around the United States. Went to California, Texas, Alabama, North Carolina. Is that the only states I went to?
I don't know. You were there.
Well, we went through Colorado, but
Yeah.
that was it. It's fun. Went to the Rose Parade, went to a bunch of beaches.
She was having all kinds of fun.
I was. It was fun. Especially walking on the beach. I love that. Finding shells and all that good stuff.
I was living through winter in Illinois. Boring.
Winter in Illinois. Blech.
Wasn't that exciting around
I was
here?
glad I missed it.
It wasn't too bad, really.
Yep.
So I know it's been a while.
Yep. I have a lot of stuff.
I have
Melina
two
has
things,
a little bit of stuff.
as usual.
I don't know. What should we start with?
You start with some of your stuff, because
I'll start with stuff that I bought. How about that? I know a lot of people don't like to see haul, but
whatever.
too bad. You're going to see it.
I was trying not to spend any money in February, and I succeeded, so I really didn't buy any cross-stitch stuff in January either, so I have nothing to show for myself.
The first place I went was Mary Pat's Needlework Shop in California. And she has a really nice, it was a very small shop, but she was very, very nice. And there was another lady that came in there. She was really nice, and we ended up talking for quite a while when I was in there. And I, of course, had to buy a few things. Bought some needles. And then I bought this
To just name it.
Hagga's purple hat is the one that's in here, is this one. And it has all the little finishing kinds of stuff in there. And so I thought that was cute. Now I have to go find a little pumpkin to put my hat on. And I got this Prairie Schooler because I thought it was so cute. 12 Days of Christmas. I liked how they had all the things like stacked up. I thought that was cute. And then it had these other, oops. These other ones on the back. I liked how they were made into trees. Very cute. I got this Autumn by Homespun Elegance. That's cute. And this one was my favorite one. Beware of cat. I love that cat. It's so funny. I liked how they put those candy corns around their frame too. That one was cute. And then the next store I went to wasn't until we were in Arizona, and I wouldn't have known about this store, but Anna from the Stitch Roadie on Flosstube, she went to the store and then she filmed about it, and it was called The West. Had mainly, it seemed to me that it had mainly needlepoint, but they did have some cross-stitch things. I also had gifts and all that, and they had, I know in hers she said they had so much floss, and they did have a lot of floss, but the floss was like one little hanger, and they had it all on this pegboard on the wall, so it looked like it was a ton of floss because, you know, it was all hanging on the wall, all the things. So it was pretty neat. It was a nice little store, and everybody that works there was a volunteer. And then it's a not for profit. So they donate all their money to benefit women and children's charities. So I thought that was pretty neat. And they have classes in there. I was trying to get people to meet me there for stitching. I asked them if anybody ever came in and just stitched there, because they had these big rooms with lights and everything that's set up. So I thought, well, that would be a pretty neat place to go to stitch. And they said, yeah, on Saturdays. So I tried to get some people to go, but nobody could meet me there, so I was kind of bummed out about that. I did go in there just in case people had come in there to stitch after I went to this other place, which I'll talk about later, but nobody was in there at all, so I was like, oh well, so I was left. But I got these charts from there. I got this The Needles Notion, this little Christmas tree with all the animals. I thought that was cute. Woodland Yule. I got this Desert Garden Sampler. Has a lot of specialty stitches, and I thought this would be a really good chart to remind me of my trip, because we spent a lot of time in Arizona. I liked that. And then I got these Degrassier charts, because we went to his workshop and learned all about Degrassier, which, I mean, I had some magnets that I had bought from his store when I was there when I was in college age. And this little angel with a flower. And this flower girl. And then I got the beads and some floss and stuff to go with it. Some blending filament that I needed to go with it. And that was my trip to the West. Actually, I went to the West like 3 times. Oh yes, and I got my little needle case and stuck a bunch of needle minders that I had with me in there with my needles. Because I didn't want them to flop all around in my car. I had a case that I carried, but it was kind of crazy, so. But this one, we're going to do a giveaway for, and we will talk about that a little bit later. And it's going to come with some of these needle minders that these actually were little things that could go in a bracelet, but I made them into needle minders, so I have several. And they're all Degrassier. He did a lot of different kinds of art. His studio was very interesting to tour. If you're ever in Tucson, I highly recommend to go in there. Another place that was real fun that we went in Tucson was this time machine of miniatures, and it was all these miniature dollhouses and everything from 1700s through present day, and that was pretty awesome place to go. So that's going to get, one of those will be included with the giveaway. And those were the only stores I went to. I was kind of bummed out because I kind of wanted to go to the attic, but we never made it over that far, so oh well.
Next time.
Next time. Yeah, my husband already reserved a house for a month next February. So maybe I can make it to the attic then. Which, that trip leads me into some stitchy kindness that we got. Because one of the people I wanted to meet up with was Cindy's Needlework on, I think it's Cindy's Needlework on Instagram. And she wasn't able to meet up with me because she had eye infection and stuff. But I guess I'll say this and I'll talk about the other stuff. But she did give me a good lead on this needlepoint sale that they were having in Green Valley, Arizona. That was the same day that it was a Saturday, the same Saturday I was trying to meet up with people. But I decided I was going to go to that needlepoint sale, and I was really happy I did. They had no cross stitch of any kind. It was all needlepoint canvases, but oh my gosh, if you were into needlepoint, that would have been the place to go, because they had $300 and $200 canvases for like $50, and it had all the flosses and the crinics and everything in there. Everything. It was awesome. But anyway, I never could meet up with Cindy because she was laid up with her eye infection, and she didn't live right in Tucson anyway. But she sent Melina and me a very nice little Stitchy Kindness gift. If I can get this apart here. And she made these needle minders, which I thought was very awesome. She actually stitched the one for me, but they're a necklace, and you can wear them, and then there's your needle, and then she put a little pocket on the back of it, and it has a little needle threader in there. Well, I thought that was pretty awesomely clever. I really liked this needle because I thought, oh, when I'm stitching in the car, I never had a place to stick my needle. So if I was wearing this necklace, that would be very handy. It's adjustable. I'm trying to adjust it so you can have it adjust to wherever you need it to be. And then she also had this little needle on there. So thank you so much, Cindy. That was awesome. I did already tell her thank you on
and I agree,
Instagram.
because I didn't, but I just saw this today when I came over here.
Yeah.
So I have the stuff to make one for my own.
Yeah, and
to put together.
She included the instructions and everything on how to do it, and where she went to get the free patterns.
Figure out what to put on there.
This. So this was cute.
Cactus.
She thought it would remind me of my trip to Arizona, which it does.
It's
so
cute.
I loved it. So, yeah, I've already been using this, so I had all my needles stuck on that. My bent needle.
Like, that looks like one of yours.
So, thank you, Cindy.
Yeah, thank you. These are really cool.
Awesome. I love that.
They're great.
The neatest idea. I really like that a lot.
It's a good idea for me I'm on the couch with the dogs, that I can have somewhere, and I know I stuck it because I stick it in the couch and then I can't remember where I put it.
Yeah, and I've stuck it in my pant leg, and then I'm like, I had to break myself of the habit in the car because I kept sticking it in my mouth, and then I'm like, nope, not a good idea when you're in the car. I never know what could happen in the car. So I quit doing that. But what was I going to talk about? Oh yeah. From the needlepoint sale that Cindy so nicely gave me the lead on, I got a whole bag of stuff. Now this whole bag cost $62, but it was well worth it. Crinics. They had 10 Crinics for $5. So some of these were actually in a bag that I got for $1. These fatter ones I will probably never use because they're 16. I thought, well, I could use them for hangers for Christmas ornaments or something, I guess. But I couldn't believe that. They were, I don't know, that's like 50 cents a piece. Pretty good deal. Then I got a couple of needle minders. the lady who had passed away, whose sale it was, had a needlepoint store. But this, supposedly the stuff that was at this sale was only from her private stash. And I just wish you guys could have seen it, because it was, oh my gosh. She had so much stuff, it was unbelievable. These were all in a bag, couple bags I got for $1. So I figure even the DMC, there's 8 of them, I think, or 10 of them in there. So that right there was worth $1. Then this was in a thing for $5, and it had this little case and all of these needles, which I don't think many of them are cross-stitch needles, but it has a ton of needles. 2 sides of needles. And these tacks and tack remover for these. I know where people use them for needlepoint to hold their canvas. That, and this actually has all of this stuff in it. And these scissors are the Dovo scissors. And they're very sharp. Melina tested them. But I haven't really used any of this stuff. I just kept it in the bag. But yeah, all this stuff in there for $5. And that was with all the other stuff. They gave me this for free and this for free, which I really wasn't sure what I was going to be doing with this. Didn't really care to have it, but it was free, so I took it. Then I got this little pin cushion. It has a pin cushion and these pockets that you hang over your arm of your couch, and you can stick your scissors in there, put your needles in there, all that for $1. Thought that was worth $1. And I got this little case which has a sticky mat for beads, and then all these needles were already in it for $1. So I got 3 of those, and I gave one to Melina, which is one of the things she was going to show. Yeah.
That's my...
This one lost its front.
Yeah.
Fancy front. The name of her store was Canvases Be Gone, so that was her logo, I guess. And then the other one, these were all sealed up, so I hadn't opened them, but Melina and I gave her this one to begin with, so she opened it up, but unfortunately it only has the magnet glued in on this side, and it doesn't have the sticky mat, but it's still a pretty good needle case for $1. What the heck? And some of this stuff may be giveaways later on. These scissors I got there. These are Dovo scissors. I actually found these scissors at this company. I went and searched for all these scissors to see how much they would be worth. I paid $5 for these scissors. They were online for $75.25 at this Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger? I don't know. It's German. Don't know. But $5. And most of them had scissor fobs. These are Bowen scissors. And this little scissor fob came with them. And I found this, you can still buy the kit to make this scissor fob. It's $37 for the kit. And these scissors I found for $21.95, and this was $7 for this. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. These scissors, they don't say who they were made by. The only ones I could find similar online were made by Bowen, and these were $28.99. Of course, you know they're new. And then they have this cute chicken. I love this chicken.
These are the same scissors.
Yeah, the same
pink.
scissors. And these were $5, and those were $4. I don't know why those were less. Maybe because they thought this scissor fob was worth more than that one. But this one's Swarovski crystal Rivoli. And I got this scissor fob that was just by itself. I thought it was cute. This scissor fob was actually on these scissors. These scissors were $5, and I found them online for about $10. Can't remember the company name. I can't see these names. But this scissor fob drives me crazy because the burr is upside down. So I'm going to take it apart and redo it.
This says Pro Max on it.
No, couldn't. It was driving me crazy. Can't have an upside down bird. I got this cute scissor fob with a rooster. What? Bring it in the camera range. This cute scissor fob for Halloween. These charms on it. Like that moon and star bead, and it has a cat on the top. These little scissors were $4, and I found them online for $5.50, so they're not worth that much. I paid about what they would be new, but I don't care. They're cute. And then these I found for $18.95 on eBay. Ladybugs, and I have the, so you can clip this to yourself, and then or you're stitching or somewhere, and your scissors, so you don't lose them. And that was my haul from that. That was a very good sale. I was happy I went. They had other stuff there that my husband and I were looking at all this stuff because he went too, and they had scroll frames, and they had so much stuff that we were thought about even getting more. And some of the needlepoint canvases, I thought about buying them, but then I have done needlepoint before, and I know it isn't difficult, but I'm like, do I really need to get back into needlepoint? No. So I'm like, no, not doing it. So I didn't do that. That was crazy. So yeah, that was all my exciting haul from that sale. That was a fun sale. Thank you, Cindy, again for telling me about it, because otherwise I never would have heard about it.
And these lovely presents.
Yes.
And also the two
Awesome.
people that we sent our giveaway to from the last video that sent thank you notes back. Thank you so much. That
Yes,
was above
thank
and
you.
beyond. It was a gift for you. So
Yeah.
the notes were really nice. So
Yeah.
appreciate it.
She forgot them at home,
No,
so
but I got them and shared
Yeah.
them with Mama when
that's right.
I told her over the phone.
Yep. She did. So yeah, 2 people never responded to that giveaway. So next Flosstube we will
Re-giveaway.
re-give away those giveaways because I commented on their comment and
Yeah.
whatnot, but I can't go hunt people down, so oh well. So we'll have to have those two back up, but I can't remember what they were. I think the lemon tree and the...
Yeah, it was the lemon tree, and I think it was the Lizzie Kate green.
Oh yeah, the
ones.
green, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be next time. Okay, on to whips.
Okay, well,
Whip. I can't show the whip that I'm currently working on because it is my small, because Melina and I are going to go to the Show Me retreat, which is at the end of April. So yeah, I can't show that. I can show another one though, but Melina can go first.
I've been working on this mirabilia, some moonflowers. This is all I've been working on. I put maybe like a couple stitches in another project at lunch at work one day, but really like not even. So this is where I'm at. I'm getting close to getting done. I'm working on the, where this hanging thread is here. I'm working on the fuzzy stuff and the Krennic now, and then beads will be all I have left once I get done with that. So
Awesome.
I'm getting close. I've been working pretty much exclusively on her, and clearly I'm a slow stitcher because I'm not done with her yet, but I have her in my lap stand and I've been doing two-handed stitching, and this dark fabric makes me slow. And but I'm excited. I think she looks pretty good so far. This fuzzy crap is taking me forever to stitch.
Melina
This
loves whisper.
thread. So that's slowed me down right now because it's going kind of slow going.
Yeah.
But I think she looks really good, and I can't wait. As soon as I get her done, I'm taking her to get framed.
And she looks awesome.
Oh, she's really pretty.
She is gorgeous.
So that's all the whip I've really been whipping on.
Here's my other whip. I started this in the car when I was at my daughter's house because we were driving to Atlanta to go to REI, and it was like an hour and a half drive from where she lives in North Carolina, so I had to do something. Couldn't just do nothing. So I'm working on this Mill Hill Sister, Sun, and Brother Moon. I actually worked on it on our way home from my daughter's house too. So how much I have done.
Looking good.
And then I was also working on this because the Watch Your Stitching group on Facebook, Laura and Keisha's, the Pattern Queens, they have a Watch Your Stitching group on Facebook, and they were doing a team challenge, so they broke us up into 2 teams, and then whoever had the most hours of stitching. I said, yeah, they're going to take one look at my other thing I'll show you and say, right, you spent the 18 hours working on that. But I really did. I am really pokety, but part of the problem was when I was at Alyssa's, I only had my magnifying light that was like this big. So trying to see my fabric through that was interesting, to say the least. But this was my finish, since those were all of our whips. This was my finish. Halloween rules. I ended up finishing this. I started it in 2018, but I finished it after I got home from our trip. I was working on it when I was at my daughter's house. So it was fun. Fun. Now, don't look at my wanky, my wonky
fabric.
cutting.
Nobody needs to worry about that.
I don't know what I was doing when I was cutting that.
You cut it on the back of my couch.
I did. And you're like, Mom, and I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, hopefully it won't go that far down. So luckily I have enough. Otherwise I don't know what I would have done. Stitch some more up, I guess. So anyway, that was my finish, and it was a whip that I started in 2018. So I was happy that I got that finished. That's probably one of my bigger whips. So, oh yeah, our other stitchy kindness that I received was
hidden by her whip.
from Michelle. Bendy Stitchy. Melina and I had a swap with Michelle.
A witch swap.
A Brooks Books witch swap. This was the one that Michelle sent me. She's so cute. I love her. Thank you so much, Michelle. I will have to send you a thank you note, but I just got it when I got home. It was March 2nd when our mail got here, so it was sitting in my mail for quite a while. And she mailed it in February. But we were supposed to have the mail or sent off by October. Yeah, by Halloween. I gave the one that I did to Melina, which she has since packed in with her Halloween stuff. And
so I never showed it.
She never showed it on our Flosstube. Michelle got the one from Melina in...
And Michelle, don't feel too bad, because probably the only reason you have that is because Mom was like, give it to me, I'm mailing it.
I did.
So she's the one who mailed it, because
I did.
It was sitting on my counter waiting for like 3 weeks.
And I'm like, give me that thing right now. I'm taking it to the post office. Yeah, that one, when did you mail that?
Oh, you mailed it.
That was in December, because it was before I left on, we left December 26th on our trip. Our swap.
We're poking at our swap. The only one that won the swap was Mom.
Mine was actually early, because I knew I had to leave, so I was getting it done before I had to, like, as soon as I could. So.
Oh well, everybody got their things in the end.
Yep. We all got
That's
them.
what matters.
That's all that matters. Doesn't matter if they were on time. Who cares? There are no stitching police.
It's just kind of funny.
This is Polly the Pumpkin Witch. She's so cute. Thank you, Michelle. I love her. I'm going to put her up on my witch wall. And then she sent me a nice little note and sent this Kookaburra needle minder for Melina.
Thanks.
So that was fun. So anyway, that leads me to our question for our giveaway. And the giveaway again is going to be this DeGracia angel with the blue flower, or one flower. And she would be a cute little Christmas ornament, because she's only 48 by 35. I'm going to include all the flaws
and
the beads that you need to do her with, and then one of these DeGracia needle minders also. To enter this giveaway, don't say giveaway, be 18, be a subscriber, whatever. But don't say giveaway, or we will delete your comment. You need to tell me how many of my whips that I took on the trip do you think that I finished? I took 19. You can minus this one, because this was one that I took, but I didn't finish this on the trip. I finished it at home, so it doesn't count.
So the max would have been 18.
Max could have been 18, and I will go through them and show you what whips that I took, so you can have a better guess on how many you think that I did. Realize we were traveling. I was with my husband, and we went to a lot of places. Okay. This was one. I was only doing this little guy. So.
One.
That's one. Pretty Little Seattle.
2.
Was 2. This one I had quite a bit done on. But also, I only had Little Bitty Bang Finger. This was 3, Magical Santa. This was 4, Yosemite Santa. 5, Grand Canyon Santa. 6, 7, and 8 were these heirloom Santas. 9, there's Winter Cheer. 10, Shepherd's Bush.
Snowman.
Warm Heart. Warm Heart.
Whatever he is.
What was that? Tim? I can't remember now.
Sure.
Anyway,
11.
here's another one.
Maybe. You'll know.
You'll know. You can only be 18 at the most, so there you go.
Maybe 12.
This is another one I took with me. Well, yeah.
Halloween rules, as we talked about.
That is another one I took with me. This Angel Santa, or Angel Santa, Angel, Church Angel, and Santa Angel. And then the rest of them were from this book. There were 3 houses, so it was
this one, wasn't it?
that one, this one, and this one. Those 3 houses. I have a long ways to go on houses in this one. These were a pain in the butt. I just want to say. They tell you to take out the stabilizer on this Krennic glow-in-the-dark floss. Even when I was starting them, I actually started this one and it ripped my paper because they said to combine 2 different flosses. No. But some of these they say to do on paper and some of them they say to do on plastic. That one ripped my paper, so I tore it all out and threw the paper away and said, I will do something else on that later. So anyway, those were my 18 whips that I took with me.
That she could have finished.
That
on
I
the
could
trip.
have finished. So how many whips do you think I finished? So that's what you need to say if you would like to enter the giveaway.
Again, for this little guy.
For that one with the needle minder and all the floss and the beads.
That's it.
That's it. Yahoo!
Maybe next time we film I'll have this done. But I also have to work on my small for the retreat that I haven't picked out or started, but I really want to finish this memorabilia. Really.
Yep. So that's
hopefully
fine.
I'll have a finish.
Yes, I hope
We'll
you do
see.
too.
There's so much beads, I don't know.
But we will try to be back in a couple of weeks, I think.
I probably won't have a finish.
You might. Maybe.
Stay safe out there.
Yeah, stay safe. Wash your hands. Happy Easter, my Easter bunny. My giant bunny.
At work, I work in HR now, so they made a policy about the coronavirus. If anybody's traveled internationally, they can't come to work for 14 days unless they get cleared through interviewing something with employee health services. So that's been my world this last week. I've been hearing a lot about it.
Yes, and we were supposed
Fairly
to
exciting.
go on a cruise to Alaska in June, and the ship that we're supposed to be on
That's
is
the one that's off the coast of San Francisco right now.
It's the one that's not allowed to come to shore.
So we'll see. I'm not too worried. I just been
We'll see
hearing a lot
about
about that.
We're waiting. The Princess Cruise Line actually did extend by 30 days before we had to pay. So we've originally had to pay by the end of March. Now we don't have to pay until the end of April. So
I think it will be fine.
let's see what's going on
We
with,
got some months before that happens.
with the big coronavirus.
Anyway,
So
just wash your hands. Don't
yeah,
panic.
wash your
We'll be
hands.
okay.
Don't touch your face. figure I'm only in my house. I can touch my face if I want. I haven't been anywhere to get any virus.
On that note.
Anyway, it was good seeing y'all again.
Catch you next time. Happy stitching.
Happy stitching.
Bye.
Bye.